Welcome back to the Podslice Daily. Okay, look, for the last few years, every time people talk about big tech, what are they talking about? Code, clouds, algorithms. It's all invisible.
It's fairy dust. It's digital ads or clickbait.
Exactly. Well, today, grab a hard hat. We are taking a sledgehammer to that idea. We are talking concrete, superconductors, and plasma, literally hotter than the sun.
Finally, we're talking about stuff, real physical infrastructure.
We are breaking down a high-conviction report that says Alphabet, Google, is doing a massive structural pivot. They aren't just a search engine anymore, they're morphing into becoming an AI industrial behemoth.
An industrial utility? That sounds kind of boring, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me it's profitable.
Yep, insanely profitable. But before we get to the sci-fi stuff, fusion reactors and whatnot, we got to look at the fundamentals. Q3 2025.
Yeah, the boring numbers, which were honestly kind of ridiculous. Revenue hit $102.3 billion.
In a quarter?
In a quarter. That's a 16% jump. But here's the thing, net income, that surged 33%, almost $35 billion in profit. They're cutting the fat, firing people, and using their own AI to get leaner. Genius.
Efficiency mode unlocked. And look at the cloud. Google Cloud used to be the money pit. Now it's a hypergrowth engine, $15 billion in revenue. And why? Because of the TPU.
Right, the chips. Everyone is obsessed with NVIDIA GPUs, but Google makes their own.
Exactly. The tensor processing unit. It's a massive moat. They don't pay the NVIDIA tax, so they can run Gemini cheaper than anyone else. It's vertical integration.
Speaking of Gemini, are we over the whole ChatGPT is going to kill Google panic?
Oh, totally. Gemini 3 Pro killed that narrative. They didn't build a separate chatbot destination. They just shoved AI into everything. Docs, Android, search. It's an invisible layer now.
Okay, but elephant in the room? The DOJ, the government trying to kill the Apple Safari deal. If Google loses that default search spot, that's scary, right?
Is it though?
I mean, losing 2 billion iPhones sounds bad.
Here's the ironic win. If the DOJ kills that deal, Google stops paying Apple $20 billion a year.
Oh.
So Google keeps the users and keeps the $20 billion.
So the government, quote, punishes them by handing them a massive pile of cash? Classic. Okay, quick stock tip before we get to the fusion stuff. Google or Google?
Always Google, the one with the L, voting rights. They trade at the same price, essentially. Get the vote for free.
Done. Okay, let's pivot. Let's get physical. Why is Google messing around with nuclear fusion?
Because they hit a wall, an energy wall. Training one next-gen AI model uses as much power as a small city. Google's data centers, they used 30 terawatt hours last year.
That is like the size of a freaking small country like Peru.
Right, and solar and wind can't cut it. You need base load, 24/7 type of power. So yeah, Google looks to be betting on fusion. They partnered with Commonwealth Fusion Systems, or CFS for short.
I love this part because fusion has always been 20 years away, am I right?
For the longest time, because controlling plasma at 150 million degrees is like trying to balance a fridge on your head in a hurricane. Humans just cannot do that.
But Google's DeepMind can.
Bingo! They trained an AI model to control the magnetic donut, the tomac. It learned to stabilize the plasma better than any human physicist. So now Google owns the brain of the reactor.
That is so wild. So if I'm already a high-risk asset holder like, say, Tesla or Bitcoin, which, let's be honest, is most of our listeners, how do I play this?
You double down on the shares of Google. You want that fortress balance sheet to offset your crazy crypto volatility.
And if I want to gamble a bit on the fusion supply chain?
You look at the picks and shovels, specifically the superconducting tape, Fujikura, ticker FUJZY. They make the tape that makes the magnets work.
Or if you want a safer dividend yield,
Eni, the Italian oil giant, they own a huge chunk of the Fusion company and pay you 6% while you wait.
love it. From digital ads to controlling the sun with AI. What a world.
It's a brave new world of abundance waiting for us, if human can pull this off. Thanks for listening to the Podslice Daily. Stay safe.
As always, friends, this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves risk.